Hello and welcome to the brand new course Azure Web Services with Front Door. So without further ado, let's get started and see what we have in the agenda. So in terms of agenda, we're going to start off with the Azure Web App Services overview, wherein we see what are different types of plans, which one is free and which one is production, and when should you use which plans. We're going to start creating first Azure Web App Services manually, and then using an automation script using Terraform. In the second module, we're going to get started with the deployment of Python application onto app services. Then we're going to see the logs. We're going to get into the Kudu console. We're going to see the backends, how your code is deployed in the backend, and we're going to set up some alerts and automate alerting and troubleshooting as well. The third section is more about um, scaling and securing your application, wherein we're gonna scale our web application app services plan basis on certain load or manually as well. Then we're going to map a custom domain. Obviously you must have a domain in order to map it with your application, so we're going to see how you could map that, and we're going to use some SSL certificate as well to map it with your domain to have a bit of more security. In the last section, it's majorly about front door and web application firewall, wherein we're gonna see how you could leverage Azure front door, which is a Microsoft solution, to have resilience and high availability of your application. And then we'll see a demo wherein we would be blocking some of the malicious requests coming from certain IP address or location using web application firewall. I hope that sounds interesting, and hope to see you in the course. In terms of prerequisites, we would need an Azure subscription because that's something wherein we would be training our resources. A custom domain is good to have a custom domain, active internet connection, Terraform installed because we would be writing a lot of Terraform code as well for automation of our infrastructure, and then any of your code editor, favorite code editor, Visual Studio Code, IntelliJ, whatever you want to use. While this course, 90% of this course is built on top of hands-on session. We've tried to keep the presentation and the talks pretty low so that majority of the course content is dedicated to the real life industry scenario. Targeted audience should be system engineers, DevOps, app developers, infrastructure consultants, site reliability engineers. All right, that's about it. I hope this was interesting. And without further ado, let's jump onto the course